Tzu Chi provides daily necessities to recyclers living near garbage dumps in the Philippines. The elderly and infirm continue to get the care needed despite the COVID pandemic. I'm Sean Scanlon. This is DI Headlines. Let's get started. Rizal Province, Philippines, 100 different families live by collecting recycling from a garbage dump. For the second consecutive month, Tzu Chi visited these impoverished families and provided them with supplies. Some recipients even selflessly shared their supplies with others in need. Take a look. There's a huge pile of garbage in front of this forest, much of which can be sold as recycling. However, many just regard it as trash, and many families live nearby, earning income through recycling.
During the pandemic, we had to rely on recycling for our income, and it's definitely not enough to buy food.
The Tzu Chi Philippine chapter visited this downtrodden place, distributing rice and daily supplies to those in need. Eileen came 2 consecutive months to receive supplies. Last month, she gave half of what she received to her friend Leah, and this time is giving some to Leah's sister.
I'm really thankful for Marlene, who last month received these supplies and was willing to give half of it to us.
I never thought that she would be so kind to us this way. I'm really grateful that she wanted to share.
I learned this from Tzu Chi. We received blessings over there, and we need to share what we received. It doesn't matter if they are family. We should happily share these blessings. It feels good to share.
Honestly, Maylene can keep the supplies all to herself, but she really wants to help others. This selfless behavior is what we aim to achieve, inspiring more kindness as well as helping those in need of resources.
More love has been inspired in Rizal Province as everyone who has received such materials spreads this kind of good energy to others in need. The pandemic has caused many people to lose their jobs. In Indonesia, an interior designer, after losing his job, changed to sell ginger tea to make ends meet with his wife. He even designed various machines to facilitate the making of his products, especially designed its packaging to attract many customers from East Java. Here's more.
The pandemic has brought a lot of impact to many, especially reduction of job opportunities, causing many people to lose their jobs. Alanta, who is 34 years old, was originally an interior designer. The impact of the pandemic caused him unemployed from November last year and relied on selling drinks to make ends meet. With his experience in interior design, he designed various machines that help peeling ginger skin, crushing, crystallizing, and grinding, bring him convenience in marketing products. With the assistance of their family members, they can make ginger powder at home. They never expected that this business would be so popular, bring them satisfactory monthly income. Customers come from East Java, including Probolinggo County, Bandung, Sijang, and Kalimantan.
Indonesia itu kan kaya akan rempah ya, kaya akan rempah, apalagi jahe merah kan.
Indonesia is rich in spices, especially the red ginger, which has many benefits. So I am very interested in making it.
Belajar semuanya dari nol, karena ini memang jauh banget dari yang saya kerjakan.
I started from scratch because my previous work, interior design, is totally different from this. I always needed to cook, so I learned everything from scratch.
Jadi ya semua belajar dari awal.
Since the natural materials are used in the production process, the monthly sales continue to increase. A pack of ginger powder costs about $40 NT. Customers believe that drinking ginger tea can boost immunity, enhance physical fitness, and lower cholesterol. In order to attract the customers, Ananda even used sealed packaging to prolong the product storage time.
Dan kita di kemasan ini untuk mengadakan yang tanpa ampas.
We try to make ginger tea without scum. Especially nowadays, people want to be convenient, so they prefer scum-free ginger tea.
Nggak terlalu suka dengan yang ampas. Dan itu juga dulu penjualan, dulu kita jualan di pinggir jalan pun
Also, at the beginning, we did not do much in packaging, so it was not very popular back then. But now we pay much attention on packaging. Fortunately, it is well received.
In addition to produce ginger tea, Ananda also makes traditional beverage with red ginger, lemon juice, and brown sugar. Being innovative and seizing opportunity actively and making good use of the modern technology is one of the keys to survival for small and medium-sized enterprise during the epidemic prevention period.
December 5th is International Volunteer Day. And at the Tzu Chi Foundation, many volunteers set out to contribute in different fields. In this report, a group of volunteers expressed their spirit of great love in the education field, nurturing the seeds of kindness among students. People call them Da'ai mothers. Let's take a look.
Grading children, measuring body temperature, leading students into rapid COVID tests, and reading pictorial books for students. These tasks are done by Da'ai mothers every day. Da'ai mothers is a volunteer group in Tzu Chi's education mission. Some of the mothers are full-time housewives, and some must go to work while taking care of their household. With the will to contribute, they set out to spread kind ideals to children on campus.
The spirit that Da'ai mothers give is from Master Zhen Yan. We want to use the Bodhisattva's wisdom to educate children. We also want to use a mother's perspective to love all children in the world. So we don't want mothers to just send their children to school. They must also volunteer at school to understand their children's learning progress and know if the good ideals are properly implemented onto children's everyday life.
In 2018, Zhuang Peihua's daughter attended Tzu Chi kindergarten as it led Zhuang Peihua herself to become a Da'ai mother. She learns how to transform small love to great love while becoming a much calmer person during the process.
In the past, I had a poor temper. No matter how big or small the deal is, I would get angry. After coming here, I slowly changed. Though I think it's tough to completely change within a short amount of time. But when I attend classes here, it reminds me repeatedly to learn not to scold my children.
Da'ai mothers are just like Tzu Chi volunteers, as they must undergo training. And after parents, students, and school officials reach an agreement on ideals, can there be good education results? To parents, Da'ai mothers isn't just a responsibility, it's a mission to pass on love and kindness, and to find value in life through the process.
After my eldest son graduates, my daughter is still in the school. Though she will graduate this year too, I will still be a Da'ai mother here. Besides taking care of my home and business, I feel that it's important to volunteer in order to raise our life's value.
Besides loving their own children, Da'ai mothers learn to love all children in the world. With this mindset, society will be at peace.
Tzu Chi volunteers often say that if one has aspirations, one will have the strength to take care of both his family and Tzu Chi missions. Wu Yushu is one of them. She sold handmade bags in the market to raise her kids, but she still kept doing the good deeds and was certified as a Tzu Chi Honorary board member this year. Here's more.
Making handbags and selling them in the market, Wu Yushu provided for her family with her own craftsmanship, and she also became Tzu Chi Honorary board member at the age of 60.
I am grateful for having such a handicraft skill so that I can sell it at an affordable price to form affinities with others. By owning a small business, I save some money every year.
Wu has been a certified Tzu Chi volunteer for many years, and her husband is very supportive of her greatest wish to donate 1 million NT dollars to Tzu Chi.
Tzu Chi brothers and sisters have done so many things for society, for example, buying COVID vaccine.
Another Tzu Chi honorary board member is Dai Xingzi, who started her business from scratch and always look forward to the moment of making 1 million NT dollars donation to Tzu Chi.
I always uphold the aspiration of being the Tzu Chi Honorary Board member. Now my kids are all older and my business has gradually stabilized. So last year, my husband fulfilled his wish while I accomplished it this year.
Media volunteer Xiao Yuehui started her position knowing nothing, but has been cultivating in Tzu Chi for a decade. She finally was certified as an honorary board member.
I remember the string of Buddha beads, which represents Buddha's mind and Master's aspiration. The Master is always in my heart. I am not just a disciple, but I'm a caring disciple.
Cherishing the relationship with the Master, these disciples uphold kind aspiration and do good deeds so as to create a better society.
In May this year, Taiwan entered Level 3 COVID alert with daycare centers for the elderly closed. Many patients recuperating at home also lost care. Tzu Chi's long-term care system provides home attendants, providing personal hygiene and home cleaning services, helping them during their time of need. Take a look.
When I came on the first day, he called me little sister. Then I used to him calling me that. I am 58 years old and am quite lively, so I prefer people call me a younger name. I just have become a grandmother, so I am a young and pretty grandma.
She comes every day to serve me. I told her just leave me, but she insisted on caring for me very well. We all treat her as if our own family.
Back then, Grandpa was paralyzed in bed. Because of the urinary tube, he couldn't turn his body. So I thought of getting him out of bed, trying to restore his basic function so that he can take care of himself. At first, he would be tired, but I told him, it's for your own good. You need to cheer for yourself. I always feel that I'm not doing service. I'm accompanying my family.
I used to stay in bed. I did everything in the bed, even excretion. My wife was so annoyed before, but now I can go to the toilet by myself. My wife would have less trouble, and it's also very convenient for me. Among the home care recipients, low-income households accounted for about 30%. Our long-term care promotion center also assists in related home repairs or financial subsidies by referring to Tzu Chi Foundation.
The clothes we donated to her have been selected and should be suitable for her. Like last year, when the cold current came, we especially gave her a coat.
他上次是撞到这里啊。我当时啊，雄雄啊，出去啊。你的四卡嘞，四卡压出来啊。刚来的时候就是。
When we first came, they didn't even have 3 meals a day, and there were lots of garbage on the floor.
经过他们家人同意。
After getting their family approval, I helped them clear out some of the cans and bottles.
Our long-term care service in Taichung City, including Qingshui District, contains 600 to 700 cases in total. We have more than 100 home attendants. As long as the clients meet the qualifications for long-term care, they can apply.
Xiao Yu suffers from Prader-Willi syndrome. She always wants to eat. In fact, Xiao Yu already has diabetes. She is actually very lazy at home. When a spoon dropped, she would ask Grandma to help her pick it up. She doesn't help with household chores either. When she came here, we would feel that a 19-year-old girl should learn something. We should make her improve.
你要拿黄色给姐姐，黄色。哇，雨璇好棒哦！这是黄色加绿色的吗？
When she first came, her hair was messy. I would tie her hair with colored rubber band. By doing that, I would teach her colors.
1、2、3，1、2、3，看前面，下一个。
From the simplest training, like tidying up and washing her tableware after eating, to slowly helping other elders. For example, the grandmas and grandpas who are having mobility issues, she can help them collect the tableware.
After going to the daycare center, Xiaoyu becomes smarter than before.
阿嬷说你变聪明了呢。
Our home attendants can combine their professional care together in daily life and become more caring and skilled in this work.
Spinal cord patients frequently have trouble seeing a doctor. For this reason, TIMA in central Taiwan hosted a free clinic at Taichung's Jingsa Hall with more than a dozen medical departments on site. Tzu Chi volunteers also accompanied visitors in the whole morning, allowing for efficient medical care. Here's more. The location of this free clinic is Taichung Jingsa Hall. Spinal cord patients coming one after another. Mr. Chen was paralyzed by a drunk driver more than 10 years ago. Every time he sees a doctor, it's as exhausting as a marathon.
Acquired epilepsy and blindness, the next section of the thoracic spine and the first section of the lumbar spine are also hurt. I have to see many different departments, so I try to combine as many outpatient clinics together as possible.
Grasping the opportunity to attend this free clinic and see as many departments at once is really helpful to him. In the 7th year, Central Taiwan's TIMA free clinic for patients with spinal cord injury was arranging 10 different departments on site, saving patients a lot of time.
He often feels bloated in his stomach and he can get it checked here. He also has a toothache and can also get this checked. Otherwise, we have to go to 2 places.
Troubles associated with spinal cord injury can make it difficult for medical consultation, which is compounded by inconvenient transportation.
The kind of contact they make with us includes lots of compassion and understanding. We are willing to serve at any time, providing a special level of care and support.
The once-a-year free consultation cannot completely solve patients' problems, yet sincere care allows this kind of love to continue. 18-year-old Yan Haowei was born with a weight of only 600 grams. This made him a very low birth weight premature baby. His mother was frightened by this and worried every day until Haowei grew up safely. Now that mother and son are volunteers, they use music and a positive attitude to encourage more families of premature babies.
The melodious music comes from the 18-year-old Yan Haowei. It's hard to imagine that he was only 600 grams at birth, and he was a very low birth weight premature baby.
In the middle of the night or early in the morning, when my asthma attacks came, my mother will take me to the hospital for treatment.
Because it was SARS at that time, my mother told us not to go to the hospital. But because I think even though it is a dangerous place, for the sake of my child, I have to go. Waiting is very painful.
Waiting for the doctor to announce where else the child is sick. Every announcement is a heavy blow.
Whenever he entered the emergency ward, his body would be covered with tubes. So every time I think about those years, I will remember those scenes.
To raise a premature baby, one has to overcome various difficulties. One situation after another will happen. A premature baby may face first aid as soon as it's born. This is really the first test of life.
Now the mother and son were serving as counseling volunteers at the Foundation for Mature Children, and they can heal people's hearts with music.
He has gone through this difficult period, and if he grows in his mindset, he will create infinite possibilities. Everyone faces difficulties. We can all grow from it.
I'm very grateful to my mother for taking care of my growth. I'm very lucky to grow up healthy. I share my experience with other families with premature babies and give them some encouragement.
They share their tough life experiences and encourage more premature babies with healthy and positive heart.
Tzu Chi's year-end blessing ceremony was recently held in Guanshan. With many in attendance, everyone was grateful for what the past year had to offer and look forward to next year's bounty. Take a look.
Grandmas and grandpas are in a line to enter the Guansan Elementary to attend the Tzu Chi year-end blessing ceremony.
We are all in this together. Being able to sit here safe and sound is such a blessing for all of us.
The audience looked back on the big and small events of last year, and the panic surrounding the pandemic is slowly eased, as it is hoped that more people can take action to protect all living things.
Environmental conservation is a way to protect the planet. We need less disasters to happen on Earth.
Jing Sobo Dharma Master handed out red envelopes of blessing and wisdom to each.
I'm very happy I can receive the red envelope of blessing and wisdom today. And also thanks to Tzu Chi for helping my family.
With a heart of gratitude, everyone prays for a world free of disaster and sickness.
Starting a month ago, Tzu Chi's exhibition team in Nehu started to make props, combining the global aspect of Tzu Chi and the concept of Fireflies. These created props will be displayed at the year-end blessing ceremony held on December 5th.
After bringing the globe out, the team at Nehu started their new design. Tzu Chi slowly walked to each place in the world, to 5 continents, including 126 locations. We use this as our inspiration and combine the concept of a map and fireflies. As carpenters designed wooden frames, other professionals designed circuits and even made different colored cloths. Master Zhen Yan said that the spirit of the fireflies represent each of us, displaying our brightness. And if we gather together, we can shine very brightly. This is no simple thing, because the remodified Earth must undergo a new design on the interior, and a black cloth in the back displays the continents and seas on Earth. The handmade fireflies has a 1-to-1 ratio with a real-life firefly. In order to recreate the lighting effects of a firefly, a volunteer must carefully examine his craft.
Everyone thought
that a single person represents a firefly. Master Zhen Yan kept on talking about a spirit of firefly. And while we are here, we felt happiness doing the project.
As the team collaborated with ease to complete their product, they look forward to the year-end blessing ceremony, warming everyone's hearts with the firefly lights.
The Ministry of Education passed guidelines to make the teaching of local languages compulsory. Kaohsiung's Longhua Elementary School held a special event promoting games in native languages. I leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.